Welcome, we are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and we'd like you to pay attention to this particular video, full of great advice through our personal experiences. This is to make you aware, keep you alert. Okay, a charitable act can lead to devastating lack. How so? Well, your charitable acts, your acts of charity to others less fortunate than you in your community, neighbourhood, etc., involving a neighbour that has no money, can't buy food this week, pay their rent, or etc., etc., can't feed their husband or partner or children if they have some, is a very kind, loving, gracious way for giving. Okay, you're very human if you do so. Of what you freely received from God, because in Scripture, in the Bible, it says all good things come from above, come from God. So what you've been given freely, give to others freely. We strongly believe this, as we have personally received many financial blessings, unexpected money windfalls, and personal successes since 2018. But we say to all, be aware, be alert, and stay alert. As the people you show compassion, kindness, charity to can turn it all on its ass or its butt. If they get the idea, if you're continually giving to them, being charitable, compassionate, kind, etc., they might get the idea, this guy's weak, okay, we'll live off all the generosity, charity, kindness, keep coming to them, to see them, and basically keep asking and asking for different things. We might have addictions like cigarettes or drugs or alcohol, so we might ask for money or ask for cigarettes or alcohol or something else of that nature, right, to feed our habits, our bad habits, our addictions. So they keep coming like that, and they grab everything that you have, right, until you have nothing left, right. You're in lack and they're nowhere to be seen. They've rode off into the sunset like Tonto and the Lone Ranger, never to be seen again. Okay. So your pot of gold or your well runs dry, and they run and they keep on running, and you never see them again, never hear of them again. Okay. You could be spending or buying $200, this is New Zealand, for yourself, and family, your kids, food, etc., like that, paying your rent, power, your internet, other utilities, whatever, right? And then you've got to dish out to help these people out who don't go seek help from social security or social welfare or whatever, right? And they've got bad habits and all that sort of stuff. They smoke, they drink, whatever, right? So they're basically feeding off you. They're too lazy to go and seek help, right? Or see a food bank, or welfare refuses them for different reasons, or even the food bank, right? Okay, so thinking, I'm a Christian, I should help these people out, keep feeding them. Okay, and then your pot of gold runs dry. You're in a financial crisis. You can't afford to pay your rent because you've been too charitable. You're down to like one piece of bread each, because you've basically fed these other people for a week or a fortnight or a month, right? And they're not contributing anything in any way, right? And then you're near debt, right? You're at a lack, you're at a loss, and they do a runner. Never see them again, right? Okay. You could be buying them hundreds of dollars for food, right? Etc. etc. Yeah. So it puts you in the poo. Again, it's nice, very human of you to feed people who knock on your door saying they're starving, our kids are starving, we need a smoke, we need to borrow some money on a daily basis, hint, 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 to feed our drug addiction, our weed habit, alcohol, all this stuff. They may not tell you that, but that's what it is. Like people that sit on the side of the street, they look so sad, like, got a sign, I haven't eaten for 3 days, I'm homeless, all that sort of stuff. Well, it's nice to be charitable and give them $1 and stuff like that, but sometimes, as we found through our personal experience in this community that we're living in, some people, there's my cash cow, run after you, gives a dollar, and you sort of get the impression, or you can see from personal visual experience, that they're at what they call a totalised agency board here, or a TAB, betting on the horses, That's what the dollar's for, right? They keep begging you for $1. And then their mate thinks, oh, you're a soft touch. There's my cash cow. I'll get $1 off him. You're up and on a bus. You know, oh, gives $1, bro. Got $1, bro. Okay, so we did this little, me and my daughter did this funny trick on a friend's uncle, right? He was outside a TAB, a betting shop, right? And she says, oh, got $1, Al. So that's what we called him, $1 Al, right? So we give him $1, and I thought, here's a bit of a joke. We're playing this guy, right? Now he's got $1. We know he's going to go spend it on the horses, right? Try and win some money. So he says, Al, I'm broke. You got $1, bro? And he's like, oh, nah, I got no money, bro. He's like that, you know, all this sort of crap. And I said, hey, bro, I just gave you $1, so you're rich. You know, how about giving us $1? He's like, oh, nah. Right? And the daughter saw the funniness in that, the prank of that, right? Okay, so you got to be aware, stay alert, you know, keep the wits about yourself. Like a family that we read about, they had a business, a restaurant business, and they're doing really, really well. And then one of their family and their wife and kids or whatever turned out right, and they were basically fleecing off them for free meals every day of the week or every night of the week, right? Until it got to the stage where it caused financial problems because, you know, the money wasn't coming in because they're giving away too many free meals. So they ended up in debt apparently, and they were forced to close their thriving restaurant business down. And these people were like Tonto and the Lone Ranger, off into the sunset, never to be seen again when they're in debt. Oh, sorry about that, bro. Here's a couple of $100. Thanks for your kindness. Nothing, right? I know of people who owe my parents, money, see them 10 years later, they've passed, right? Oh, hey, or just before they pass. Oh, that's right. You know, I just remembered out of the blue, waiting in a bank line, you owe her $100 from 10 years ago. Oh yeah, you said you're going to pay it on that Tuesday, but you never did. 10 years later, today's Tuesday, cough up. And they just don't, right? Yeah, they take off when you're waiting in line. Instead of waiting for you, they take off, right? Yeah, people like that. So you have to be very wary, stay alert, be alert of these usurpers, right? These people that, you know, once they realise you're a soft touch or a snowflake or whatever, too much charity. Yeah, they want to suck you dry like a vampire, so you have nothing left, and then they're gone. Head for the hills, run to the hills and keep running, never to be seen again. Okay, so yeah, as we said, be awake, be alert, stay awake, stay alert to these kind of people. Okay. So heed this true life personal experience, this true life story. It could happen to you. Don't think you're not vulnerable to that sort of thing. Okay. Because this is the example we gave you is a true life story. It could happen to you if you're like us, right, in our household, who are months ahead in food, garden, vegetables, rent, power, internet, and are financially secure. A disaster could be sitting just around the corner or down the street. Yeah, be prepared in the good times, days of plenty, for when others have nothing, zilch, and expect you to share with them all you have until your oasis runs dry. We say this in the video as we have a neighbour that visits us on a daily basis, of late, often 3 times a day. So it is getting annoying. Like Scripture says, if a person keeps visiting you for 3 days and keeps staying for 3 days, you're going to get irate, you're going to get sick of them, right? It's a warning, like I think it's Ecclesiastes or Proverbs, not to stay, you know, at someone's house for 3 days or more, because they'll, you know, get sick of it, all this sort of stuff. Okay, so it does, through personal experience, we found that it does get annoying. It's happened to us. Keep visiting someone after work on the way home, and you know, the boyfriend was threatening to smack us over or something like that. You know, all this sort of stuff behind the scenes. They told us later, and it's like, oh, come on, man, you know. But yeah, that proverb is basically right. Okay, they get sicky after a couple of days, right? Okay, so we just struck up a deal with this person because you're going to keep coming back. We gave him mince, gave him milk, gave him bread. It's kind of a weird breed we got here now. Spinach bread for kids. It's green, smells very spinachy, and yeah, it tastes very spinachy. gave some bread to this person who gave it to an old lady friend who ran away from a rest home, right? Didn't get her money, didn't pay her, wouldn't eat this bread. Said, oh no, that's funny bread, it's old bread, I don't know what it is. Being an old person. Nothing wrong with it, right? They turned their nose up at it. Gave them mints, gave them milk, gave them bread, gave them cigarette butts. The daughters managed to store away when she was desperate, all that sort of stuff, and other things, right? But they keep coming back. So we just did a deal with them on these tobacco plants that we're experimenting with, just trying it out to see. Got it off this thing called charitable.co.nz, right? For about $10 or something. A lot of seeds. Grew it. Supposed to die in the winter, but they just keep growing and growing and growing. So it must be the perfect spot. It's like a jungle out there, right? So we didn't know, because we're not like the Tongans here or whatever. They grow the tobacco, then they cure it, right, and then they bag it, mix it with a bit of shop or commercial tobacco, maybe soak it in wine or something, give it that flavour, or sherry or whatever, right, and then sell it to other people. But we don't do that because it's illegal, right? You get caught, you go for a big skate, spend a long time in jail with all the men with beards and lipstick, right? Share their cell with them. So we don't want that. So we decided we'll trade with them something of equal value, right? Okay, or equal worth. So that, because we could tell they want to pick all the leaves, till we have nothing. And I thought, well, you're gaining from our hard work, you're profiting, we're at a loss. That's not right, okay? So we'll start up a trade, because we were thinking of that before with somebody else, but they never came back. There's a thing called Pacific Islander taro leaves, Taro, right? That they use for their different meals and stuff. They wrap it around fish and meat and all that sort of stuff. They're supposed to come back and being Pacific Islanders. They're supposed to teach us how to do that, right? Because we just experiment with the garden. Swap the neighbour for some taro leaves. They'll give us some tomatoes, whatever, right? Tomato plants, right? About to drop the tomatoes, whatever, in exchange for that. So we go plant them, and now they're like a forest. They're like a jungle. Got these tobacco seeds, and they're just an experiment, and they're just gone mad. There's a charitable food bin up the road, and there's all these rotten vegetables and stuff I've never seen before, like some sort of vegetable that looks like this, is like SQ shaped sort of thing. It's like, what the hell's that? So it's rotting, so I take it out and cut it open, get the seeds out and plant them in the garden, and then it's like, what the hell is this thing? Okay, so we've got what's the other thing, avocado trees planted from that nut, that seed, about 9 of them, all grown up. One's probably about 4 years old now, grew around about 2018. There's a couple there growing in, there's a couple growing by the fence, one growing in at the other end. But all security to stop people from jumping our fence and stuff. That people were doing that, stealing anything they can get their hands on, right? Orchids that were given us from a neighbour next door, big orchids, worth about $20 each, whatever. To vegetable rack tops, all sorts of things, ashtrays, the old man's ashtrays from when he was around. All that sort of stuff, whatever they can get their hands on, right? So we got these plants all growing everywhere. They're like a barrier. You can't jump this small fence anymore, because we did have a dog, but she got taken. She never went to humans before, but for some reason, or other humans, strangers, whatever, right? This guy pulls up from down the street, one of mother's friends, sons, cousins, or whatever, right? And picked it up. He liked it. He picked it up. He took it home and made a bed for her and all this sort of stuff, a special couch and all this sort of stuff. And I was doing animal control in a place in Auckland. I was having a feed in a place called Georgie Pies. Looked out the window and I saw that dog walking around in circles. Obviously, he'd smelled my smell, right? And was trying to find me. Apparently, it died 2 weeks later. Probably a broken heart, whatever like that. I should have picked it up as an animal control stuff, but I guess it's theft, whatever. It was still registered to the old fella. But the poor thing died, right? He was going mad. It was going silly. Bucket butterflies and flies going past it, right? And we had a cat, tomcat, that this dog was so respectful of that cat, with their mates, since they were little. And it would move away and let this cat eat whatever its share of its meal, and then go back and eat the rest, right? That's how they were. Well, they both died, right? yeah, we had some people jumping a fence and saying, "Oh, my dad needs a vegetable. I'll have that." I don't think so. I agree with the thing. How dare you just jump my fence and say, "Oh, I'll have that. I'll have that. I'll have that." Next time you jump the fence, you'll have to crawl under it because you won't have any legs, right? We'll try to crawl through it. If I catch you next time, right? Me and the bat Lucy, right? We'll be talking to you especially. Yeah, people like that, come and break windows, or we'll make this a gang pad and all that sort of crap. Like, what the hell? All the daughter's teenage homo friends, right? Really, we've got a, what do you call this thing at the back here? Air conditioner, things looking up for us, right? They did, pretty terrible job on the upgrading the power system and other things. They want to paint the house green, black, brown, all this sort of crap because the people that own the house are real cheap. They use cheap materials. But yeah, we don't mind being charitable and all that stuff. If you want to be charitable, then you can donate us, New Zealand or whoever, to our PayPal account. We'll leave the link down there. Okay, if you feel like donating to us to help our local neighbourhood. Right, we're not struggling or anything like that, but they could cause a big dent, in our business, in our financial security situation, etc. like that. Okay, I don't get into astrology and all that sort of money wanting garbage, but a lot of it that you get in the emails and stuff where you think, this is interesting and curious, and you sign up for it and they tell you the stars and the moon and the planets all came together and said blah blah blah. Sometimes they seem accurate, right? Like it said, you got great financial security, etc., etc. But be careful because there's a danger lurking that something or someone could totally ruin it. So this could be the sign, Anyway, hopefully this wasn't too long and ranty. And if you liked it, give us a like. Add your comments down there in the comment section, and we'll get back to you sometime this year on those. And do we say give us a like? Yeah, okay. And go share this video with all your family, friends, neighbours, strangers, the homeless, Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hare Krishnas, whatever, so they become aware, that people will willfully use them through their charitable acts until their well runs dry or the oasis disappears, right? Causing a dent in their financial security, causing problems, blah blah blah, headaches. This guy in the picture's got here, all the stress because their charitable act ended them up in a disastrous lack. Okay, so we are the Ministry of the Real Truth. Probably be on Real Juicy News as well. We'll try that, and learn from this personal life experience that we've experienced, and make sure it never happens to you. Your charitable acts are good. You're a great person if you do that sort of thing, but just be wary, be alert, that people will willfully use you.